or 18 5 are day one onward. So the next topic is COCA. And that is you gonna check out.
Sorry, I took my phone out, I forgot. Yeah, the hotspot was up. Sorry.
I'm not sure I so now I'm going to give you an update of why my company and from your private attributes. This is the whole team, and unfortunately we are not having anyone present in this event, but as you can see, we have a lot of people from different parts of the world working in ceremony store. And basically, first maybe what's Stoka is doing, they're focusing on soft skills and they're providing IVSA member tools to improve their professionalism and soft skills, which I think is very important in our cultural world. And basically, they are improving career attributes by adding them to the veterinary education and to make sure that they're going to be good veterinarians in the future. So this time we changed a little bit the work of Stoka because last time they were focusing on some webinars and activities, and in this time we decided to go a little bit in different directions, which were basically trainings. Because as we are having soft skills committee, we decided that it would be useful for officials but also for our members to improve our own soft skills and organization skills to work better for this association. So basically, during this year, we had trainings for officials, which were conduct training made by our Valeria, lead-up training by Vanda, members program training by Yuri, and project development training by IVSA. And here you can see. And other trainings which were open to all members, so there, this one was made for all of you, and it was free to attend. So again, we had conduct training by Valeria, and I think it was very useful for all the classes and member organizations to improve political graphic skills. Again, a click up training by Vanda, and also policy paper and user paper training. So we still are trying to implement basically, this policy into IVSA, and we are also trying to show to you how to write papers, how to do scientific work, etc. But of course, I was doing other webinars, not only the trainings. So, for example, we have a webinar on the efficiency work organization. And it was very useful because it was very helpful for you as a student to get an idea how does skill work in some organization after your graduation. And also we have AI in pathology, together with pathology and work. But also we are looking at the training and policy, Scotland is two surveys done. One was in collaboration with Paris Committee about stress and well-being, and this survey was made both separately for officials to do a small checkup on us and how we are doing, but also it was a second version for you as an organization. And they are also still taking answers to veterinary soft skills and career aspiration survey, because we would like to get your impact, and what kind of soft skills in your organization are important, and to the students in the medicine profession. Another thing we are doing and implementing and improving each year is the marketing. So basically, you can find a lot of articles about soft skills, and because of some problems from activity of team members, we decided to do an open call for articles for this website and use another thing, because I know that sometimes it's very hard to find a time to watch webinar, but they are trying to implement soft skills in the more approachable way, and so by doing videos and Instagram posts you can follow on Instagram. And as I was mentioning, a lot of times during this event, we are collaborating a lot with each other. So, for example, also my panel discussion between the SCOTA and the Welfare and Homeless Committee, and later. And the biggest program and the biggest project at the same time of SCOTA is the trainers network, because basically what we are trying to achieve is to make trainers who are going to train later your members inside your chapters and other organizations. But unfortunately, because of the problems with the trainers, we try to contact another organizations who are having training program inside their organizations, and we almost did it, but unfortunately, because of some obstacles, we wasn't able to finish this, but still, we are in contacts and we are getting how to put this to the next term. Another thing which Coca did this term is to add new episodes to our Independent Profession podcast. I will already send this yesterday, so just a quick overview. And the new thing is that this has Coca made as Coca library. So basically, it's just a Google Drive where you can find a lot of different resources, like papers and instructions on also how to write these papers made by other people, organizations, etc. And basically, there's also instruction on how to use Google tools because of everyone knows that. And here are of Scotland. So if you're interested, here you can find Instagram page and website. Yes, maybe.
Whitney Shivers, IVSA USA, video number 42. You used it, sorry, the speaker used the term soft skills. I just want to, an elaboration on what soft skills we're speaking of.
Like in general, about what soft skills, in general, about what skills we were discussing. So the best answer it will be to check Instagram, but I guess it's important because they are touching different types of soft skills. So for example, they are talking about speaking, they are talking about our like our soft skills, how we can deal with stress, how we can talk with owners, and they were also, as I already said, in the presentation, focusing on research things and papers, because these are also some kind of soft skills. But on the Instagram and on the website, you are having a various lists of different soft skills they are elaborating about.
Anybody else? Saying none, thank you. Next topic on the agenda is increasing on. What's it?
I'm gonna go closer to you. I'm gonna go closer.
Double check it if there's a so it's time for our wellness committee. So basically here you can see the wellness team. Inside this committee we have some problems during the term. Basically the chair resigns in the middle of term, I think also after Bali, and after that we need to decide interim term, which is Daria. And basically almost all of these people is done after Daria stepped up after term. So basically, part of the mission of wellness committee is to protect wellness of the people in the veterinary profession and aim is to promote the self-improvement of mental and physical health in the veterinary society, including veterinary professionals and students. So, as you already know, because Gabriela was speaking about that, we were implementing the PEACE program, so I'm not going to repeat. And another thing they were doing is like there was a diversity project, which I think is very cool. It was last time, and last time the diversity project was about ADHD, and this time they decided to do this project about Tourette syndrome. So basically, the aim of that was to promote awareness of various mental um, affiliations in this case, Tourette syndrome, and they also implemented like how Tourette syndrome can look by the internet profession, because I think that association with this is mostly with military or army, but still this can also happen. Um, sorry, one more. Just yeah. Okay, so sorry, I was thinking about the video. So yeah, basically they decided to do the university project Tourette syndrome, explaining what is this, so about all the tics, disorders and how they can influence our work as a veterinarian, and also they showed the ways to support someone who is having tics, because of the Tourette syndrome from both ways, like how we can help if we are having a person like that in, in our community, another thing which we are doing is the wellness week. We are having wellness week every year. And basically it's the week full of activities in order to come together locally and internationally, because in the wellness week, local chapters and member organizations are participating every week, every year. And basically here you can see the topics of this wellness week. So they were focusing on empowering the students and balance of life, and also they were looking about self-regulation. And as I said, we are always inviting local chapters and other organizations to participate in Wellness Week, and this is, let's say, a little kind of competition. And this year we decided that the price of the Wellness Week is going to be money to fund some wellness project inside your local chapter or member organization. And as you can see, I will say from India was the winner of this year. And of course, they are also doing webinars. This year we had one webinar with no one movement about basically self-awareness of also social injuries and dealing with this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff. So I think it's very important that we are talking about these topics. And as I said, we were collaborating with other committees, and the panel discussion I already mentioned during this podcast. This podcast presentation was about euthanasia, how we are dealing with that, both as the students during our internships, etc., but also how we can deal with that as veterinarian who is already working. I think it's also very useful that we have an alumni share down as a speaker, so I think it's also very nice that we are collaborating. And they also conduct very successful ambassador program, as you can see. We were having a lot of ambassadors from different parts of the world, and they were choosing, of course, the ambassador of the month, so let's say the best one of the month. And ambassadors project started this year, ambassadors started this year doing some very nice project, which was breaking the silence. So basically, ambassadors were talking about things we don't want always to talk. So, so they were talking about therapy, about awareness, about self-injuries, about depression, just to make us, ready enough to talk out loud about these things and to make us aware about it. Yeah. And of course, they were also having some small projects on the Instagram mainly. So they were surveying for Parents Day, Laughter Day, and they prepared a publication about how to deal with stress during exam season. And you can find this guidebook on their social media. And here you are.
Are there any questions? Yes.
Whitney Chavez, IVSA USA, bid number 42. It's not necessarily a question, it's just a statement. I really appreciate this organization. As, sorry. It's not a question, it's more of a statement. I really appreciate this organization as a board member of my chapter at my school wellness committee. It's very important that we put our wellness not necessarily first, but make it an importance. Um, Actually, I do have a question. I think that, for my school, I would like to try to incorporate IVSA Wellness, Committee, within the event. I was wondering if, this committee provides any like grants that can be used. I know, this committee does a lot of, virtual things, but are there any grants available to help like push a project, at an individual school?
Okay, I guess the EXO, so basically, so far, we were collaborating with schools and universities only by ambassador program. So because ambassadors are always the bridge between national, national organization, member organization, and our communities. But of course, I know that in all of universities, they are national standing committees. So for sure, if you would like to do something like that, the best idea is to contact CC or chair of the wellness committee, because when we are talking about grants, we are not having anything like that so far. Maybe we are going to do it in the future, but the only grant connected, let's say, is this wellness week, in which you can wait, basically, some kind of grant type money.
Anybody else? See, no, thank you. The next topic on the agenda is, currently on a voucher, that will be presented by. You go. We're gonna check it, I guess, extra. No one expected, I know. Okay, so, right now we are going to talk about animal welfare, and unfortunately, the chair is, she's supposed to be present here, but because of the visa problem, she didn't report it in Panama. So that's why I'm here to speak. And yeah. I don't think that's the problem, it's this problem, but. I don't know.
While we are waiting, everybody stand up, do a big stretch, and sit down.
Okay. So basically, here you can see the whole team of animal welfare committee, doing the service and programs with members and activities. So that's why on the your website, you can see extra people, because basically the people of the administration has announced member resign, and we wanted to assign new people on this position because we were really policy thinking, so it's good to have these kind of people in the team. Oh, cool. I didn't know this because we here other things, animal welfare committee is doing, and I think it's very important that they are conducting debates, basically in which everyone of you can participate and elaborate on some different topics. So the first one they did this term was about lab animal. It should be that lab animal testing should be banned or no, when they are talking about animal welfare point of view. And also the second one was about the ethical dilemma of military tests. So yeah, of course, each of these debates are having always the winner, in which you can win super good prizes. So I think it's very nice to participate in these kind of events. And also it's very nice of them that I know what we prepare a guidebook on basically how to do and how to participate in debate. Because I know that debating is something hard and discussions, so they prepare the whole document to make sure that everyone is going to be nice to each other, people are going to fight, because discussions should be, we are trying to be. And also they were doing a lot of webinars. Here you can see some of them. I think it's also very nice because they were collaborating with other organizations and partners basically to do them. Yeah. Another really important project, and this is also a national project, is monthly welfare. So basically each month, animal welfare committee is choosing different topics, and then they make the series of posts about this topic. So here you can see the examples. So for example, one of them is animal rights versus animal welfare, and another about illegal wildlife trade. So I think it's also very nice because even if you don't have time to attend webinars, here you can check the Instagram account and that is something new. Global Voices is the project which we conducted in the past and continue this term. Basically, it's the activity in which we are asking our members to say something about animal welfare in the country. So basically, we had open call in which members sent the videos talking about Global Voices and their perspective on animal welfare. And I think it's very useful because from our global point of view, we are having one opinion, let's say, and one perspective, but gathering information from our students is also very useful for us as organization. Another thing they are doing on Instagram, but it's like a small cool thing, that every month they are posting like the calendar paper card, and then they are just marking the important days. Like for example, Elephant Day, Tiger Day, and every day during this time, they are adding some cool info and useful info about this day. And this is the biggest program we are having for a lot of years. So basically, every year, SIVA, in collaboration with Animal Welfare Committee, is giving money to you, to us. And we are using this money to give you a chance as a local chapter to conduct animal welfare project in your local chapter. And basically, here you are having all the documents of this term, and as I already said in my report, that all of this is already done. We signed all the contracts, and right now, the organizations are just taking money from our future. So yeah, and I think it's very useful because if you would like to do something, if you would like to improve animal welfare in your city, in your university, in your community, but you don't have money for that, that's why we are doing this project, and that's why we are here. And of course, they are also having ambassador program, and they are also choosing ambassador of the month. Basically, their ambassadors are doing projects connected to animal welfare. For example, they are also giving us input about animal welfare in their countries and in their cities, because we know that these things, this topic is different around the world and around the regions. So I think it's also very useful to have this impact from ambassadors, and of course ambassadors were participating in the projects of animal welfare and were helping the main team to conduct everything what they did. Another thing they are doing is of course awareness programs, so they are just raising the awareness about animal topics. You can see that on the right side, like for example, animal pain, because pain is a very important part of animal welfare in the sense that in general animals shouldn't suffer. And they were also doing one, for example, of work where you dead and about all the. And they also conduct an animal welfare week, so it was just a whole week focusing on animal welfare, in which also member organizations and local chapters were participating and were sending to us information of what kind of activities they did inside the local chapters. And it was cool because again, we get the needs, we get the videos and other interesting kind of activities from vendors around the world, and we were just putting them on social media. And again, as every week or they are collaborating along with each other. And animal welfare also was a part of the regional support system. And right now they are doing a survey, so please if you can just participate and answer the question. And one thing we also did, but we didn't achieve this term, was a policy paper position statement on breeding for extreme conformations in confined animals, but this needs to be reviewed by our partners, and I hope that it's going to be presented during the next symposium. And yeah, please do it.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, I will leave a bit more for you. Can you scan it like this on this one? Great. Well, that's not thank you. Okay. Next topic on the agenda, oh yeah, One Health. Okay. You are not prepared as an expert, so now we are going to One Health. And first, what you need to understand that One Health committee is a little bit different compared to the rest, because they are not focusing so much on webinars and Instagram. They are focusing more about collaborating with our partners, because right now everything is about One Health, and a lot of people want to have impact and influence from IVSA, especially One Health committee. So yeah. This is the screenshot from the last week of the symposium. So basically, last time they, let's say, promised you that they're going to work on these things, and they did. So first on the table, we are having this Gazette, and basically this is a website on which One Health community is publishing every month a lot of articles written by ambassadors and team members about various topics. Basically, they're focusing on education on under-discussed global health issues through the lens of One Health principles. So basically, there are a lot of interesting topics about which you maybe would never thought that they are One Health related. So I think it's very, very important to check it and read it. And basically, it's also the unique space for readers to actively contribute to the content development and propose topics. Oh, here. Okay, this is super quick video to show you how it's looking. So basically, we are having the whole adult space where you can read what is together and what they are doing, and then you can go to the publications which are posted every month, and just read topic which is interesting for you. For example, in May they were looking at and the very important thing the very important thing One Health committee was doing and is doing still are policy papers. I'm not going to discuss them because we are going to have a separate point in agenda, but as you can see, One Health was
newspapers. So one is a joint statement about AMR, and another one is the Office of the Public Health, empowering the public health professionals through input, education, and training. And the last one is pathology network paper, but about this is already talked, so I will just move on. Also, as I said, this committee is a little bit different because they are participating in a lot of discussions with local partners. So one of them is working in the association. So basically, they participate in a survey of planetary health, which was the gap in planetary health and one health education across health disciplines and global system. So what one health committee did, they evaluated the existing and past landscape of education and training across various health disciplines, and they identify successful implementation and areas for improvement. So the analysis based on the results. And also they are collaborating with a lot of other organizations. So for example, they are working on the credential codes in antimicrobial use, resistance and stewardship with MAR, so it's the Global Partnership Platform. And also they are working on reducing microbials on farms for sustainable agricultural system transformation to a farm. And if you are interested in One Health and public health, I suggest to make a picture on the screen and go on the website of these partners because they are doing a lot of amazing things, and you can read a lot of people news from you and a lot of important information that they are providing. Yes, and of course these are only examples because One Health is still talking with a lot of other organizations, and we are having some, let's say, discussions ongoing. But also from time to time there are some infographics. So yeah, you can see a lot of infographics on the social media. And also what is important, I can say, is having a representative party working group on your content in AMR. And this person, our agency representative, is always supported by One Health Committee. So whenever they would like to have an input from One Health, they are contacting they are conducting our chair by our representative, and our chair is actively participating in everything. So yeah, that's everything. It's a good message from us. Are there any questions for you? Seeing none. Thank you. Thank you. The next topic on the agenda is the officer report. Sono professori di Sesco, beginning of year 90. So this is the pistolero update. In case you're wondering, pistolero comes from the Latin Lamborghini song Pistolero, and then PRO is my musician, so we figured that pistolero was the right nickname for my musician. This is my wonderful team, the Chiro leaders. Some of them are here today, Felix and Eric. I want to thank you both for being together in this term, but also Anuka and Dada that we're not able to come here, but also have done an amazing job. So what are in general the achievements of this term? I'm going to list also the one that were in the first half of the term because maybe you're not the same people that were in Indonesia. So regarding partners and sponsors, in general, we signed quite a few agreements. IVSA, SSA, Sub-Saharan Africa, has signed an agreement with African Public Health Student Network that has become one of our partners. Also, IVSA has also got another agreement with Royal Canin. And regarding the Wildlife Exotic Network, we signed that along with the European Wildlife Act. I'm so glad that they have, picked up the Wildlife Act to call them and say, hey, we don't have your partner anymore. Then we have IVSA Asia that has signed contracts with all food partners.
IVSA Europe that has renewed of them. So up until now, what I did, everything was new, okay? Something that was not disturbed, but it was not, it was like a brand new agreement. And then here, actually also Spectre Pathology Network is another new agreement, while IVSA Europe Arena MOU is a renewal. So we already had that during the past term and we just renewed it. Regarding, so this is what we've done external relations wise. Regarding the internal structure, we realized the lack of guidelines and templates. So we tried to improve that aspect. And we created, let's say, there was also another one in the past term, it was not very super updated. So we tried to add another updated version of the IVSA sponsors and partners master file, which contains all our MOUs and all the in bullet points what we need to do and what they need to do. And then, according to the IVSA master file, we also created a space on FitCap that is sponsors and partners, so that and all of these guys is not just for us to work better, but also for taking records of what we're doing, so that the next year will be, it will be easy for him to, for them actually, sorry. I don't know what it's going to be, to keep working on it. And then we created a new MOU template for regions, for communities and networks, and for IVSA global in general. I think that by the end of August, as a safety workshop, we're going to upload on the and drive MOU template for MOUs. Then we worked on the Euro manual, that is whatever you want to call it, like sponsorship manual, Euro manual, external relations manual, is the document that you guys found yesterday during the Euro workshop in the annual drive. That is basically some guidelines for animals to find sponsors, find agreements, and so on. We updated the sponsorship booklet of both IVSA Global and all the communities and networks. We changed all the tiers of IVSA. So, as I said during the discussion previously, this term we decided to raise the amount that of our sponsorship packages because of inflation, because we're growing, there's a lot of reasons behind it. Then we improved the training for officials. So this means that basically we try to have one-on-one meetings with each one of the officials in charge of external relations for their team. For example, all of the chairs and all of the regional reps and the respective external relations manager. So to have to give them some guidelines, some templates, and some help with external relations. I think I didn't mention this here, but also the Euro workshop is a new thing of this term that we've never done. So I'm sorry I didn't put it at the Euro manual and so on. I just got lost. But also the Euro workshop is a brand new thing of this term. We've done it back in Indonesia. We've done it during IVSA second regional symposium. IVSA European second regional symposium online. Like I was online, not them. And again here for the third time for this term in Peru. And I hope it's going to keep happening in the future because we've seen that there's a lot of engagement on the delegate side, and it can be very useful. And then regarding external projects in general that we've been developing, I just wanted to point out that all of these has been also collaboration with other IVSA official positions. So for example, in the external projects that I'm mentioning, it's not just the Euro team involved, it's also sometimes the president, sometimes the MD, it depends. So for sure, the WBA SIVA Student of the Year award and its respective travel grants that are listed above. Below, sorry. It's been a major project of this term, of which I'm very proud, to be honest. So we had one Student of the Year award and 3 travel grants. Then we worked on the Erasmus Plus grant application process. The Erasmus Plus grant is basically a grant that is, let's say, let's say released by the European community, the European Union, with European funds for big associations and NGOs to support their activities. We are still in the process of the application. It has a lot of questions. It's very complicated, and even the registration process took us 6 months because there is nobody helping us. So I'm definitely going to leave an ongoing project to the next year, but it's not fully achieved. And then we have APE partnership. Basically, APE is animal disaster certification. It's one of our partner now, and we've done some workshop on how to manage animal disasters. So actually, how to handle animals during natural disasters, and it's been very good. We received a lot of very good feedback. So I'm very happy to keep the collaboration going. And hopefully they will give us discount once they launch the platform. Travel grants from proposal, it's a proposal that I work together with Azar and Mitch as EIP chair and PAP. We prepared a proposal to send out to our sponsors regarding the use of travel grants. So including support systems, including the evaluation criteria and how to develop the amounts and so on. Unfortunately, up until now, we haven't received a positive response on on our sponsor side. So I hope that in the future, maybe our CRO will be able to raise some funds with this proposal. Then we work with the MOD team a lot for two the student contests that have been that took place the first in Indonesia and then subsequently in India, because the Indonesian one was a success. So we made very happy. And basically those contests were about how to basically were about choosing one or two representatives for each university in one country, each country. And those representatives were in a contest, basically, all the other representatives, and they would have to act like pretty nice ambassadors. So basically, they had to make the highest number of people, of students actually subscribe to newsletter, and the winners, like the top 3 winners, would receive very valuable prizes, such as the super high tech stethoscope, and also like some anti card. It depended on, of course, first, second, and third place. We did the same media. It's an ongoing process because we left clear, we cleared all the details, like the timeline and so on, but we decided that August was not the best month to start, as we mentioned, even in India, it's holiday time, so it's better in September when they're going to start again. And they're also interested in exploring other countries, so stay tuned. And then regarding attending events, I just wanted to briefly talk about where I've gone this year. In September, beginning of September, I attended the IVSA Conference in Lisbon together with Magda, president. It was an amazing experience. There were a lot of sponsors. We gained so many contacts that IVSA to see against WBC, that is one of the biggest conferences in the US. In Vegas in February, right after our symposium, and that was also a great experience. We managed to take contact with sponsors such as Suez and IDEX. IDEX that we've been chasing for months now. So yes, and the last one was for Global Forum at FAO headquarters in Rome. It was also a very cool experience. Not many vets were involved. Actually, I've seen no vets there. Even if we were talking about the sustainability of some food, some diet, and a lot about livestock farms and agriculture and so on. So basically, one health related topics, and no vets were present. So I came back home with the idea that it was a very cool experience, but it taught me a lot about how the veterinarians are not involved in one health issues, and they're still considered as a second, like a B category, even maybe a C. So yeah. What is in progress? As I said, this is the Competition Recruitment Institute with the MOD team in India, which is the Indonesian one is registered place. The renewal of the IVSA for IVSA Finance MOU, the renewal of the IVSA for Royal Canin MOU. This is not the same Royal Canin as the one of SSA, because that one was Royal Canin SSA, this is Royal Canin Global and IVSA Global. The Erasmus Plus grant, because as I said, we already shared the questions with all of the officials, and now we are in the process of, replying to those questions. And finally, the travel grants still have to take place because we're still in talk with the host universities and companies that are gonna be part of this project. Thank you.
Any questions? If not, if there will not be a motion to suspend the rules for one energizer. Clara,
Lara, IVSA Slovenia, number 6, as a move.
any discussion? Any objection? Okay, we read the energizer.
Hello, lovely delegates. After our previous energizer, we were asked if we could maybe do the skibbity. So, skibbity. Anyone who knows it, join us on the stage because we need to show our new delegates how it goes. Because you are all too comfortable napping in this lovely, dark, cozy environment. So wake up your neighbors, get them up. I don't know. I don't have time. Half an hour to go. You can do this. Can I have someone to hold the mic? You don't have to dance. Who wants to stand still here on stage? Thank you. Brewing is helpful but tired. I would advise you to have some space. So move around. Shush. I'm saying. Shush. Okay, you are a bit too close. You're gonna hit each other. We don't want to go to the hospital. OC is already busy enough. And I don't know enough. There's room over there. There's room over there. Yeah. Where are we? Are we getting there? I hope now you can pretend better to be very awake and have all the energy left. You can do it! Only a few presentations to go!
Okay. I'd like to call this meeting back to an order at 5:59. And the next topic on the agenda is second, development aid director report, and that is Tommy, who's already here, ready for it. Go.
Yes, so glad we have the energy for my report. So for those of you that only know me as a DAD, that is my full job description, development aid director. This is my wonderful team. In the middle is Gosia from Poland. She is my secretary. She has out with all our projects. And next to her is Lorena. She's from Romania and she's the shared secretary between me and Valeria, the PRC. The entire social media is handled by her, so all the creative posts that you see up on there, and all half the merchandise designs are from her. And I could not have had a very successful term without the two of them, so thank you to both of them. Moving on, donor box. For the people that have bought merchandise so far, already know about it. Donor box is basically a platform that combines all payment forms and allows you to fundraise and have an easier access to your funds. And this was introduced last year during Hajj's term, and I've been continuing it this term. And we've had a great amount of success with it. It makes my life very easy. Visava books, my biggest achievement of the term. In 2019, Visava, or the British Small Animal Veterinary Association, donated veterinary books to the development fund. Originally, they were intended for shipment to various MOs in developing countries. Due to COVID, they could not be sent out, and this is why the books were stuck in the UK. Finally, this term, in collaboration with the Wasawa Foundation, we transported the books to Vet Books for Africa, which were over 400 books and 650 kilos. So, great job. And these books will be sent out all over Africa to various clinics and schools that need them. Next one, the DAD Travel Grant. The DAD Travel Grant we organized was for the 73rd IVSA Congress, 2,000 euros each. Applicants were scored by 3 different officials to make it fair so that no partiality would be there. The winners were Christiana from IVSA Nigeria, who unfortunately could not make it here, and Upendra from IVSA Nepal. This is the DAD annual project, one of the DAD annual projects, which is the scholarship. We organize scholarship programs for students each year. This year we had 4 scholarships worth 1,000 euros each, which went to these 4 delegates. I do not want to go in their names. I will just say the students from Nigeria, Malawi, and 2 students from Nepal. The membership fee fund, another fun project which assists our IVSA MMOs, helps pay their annual IVSA fees. And these are the winners for this year. They applied, they were scored on, and then we chose these MMOs as the winner for the membership fee fund, which means that their fee for the 24-25 term will be paid by the development. Another annual DAD project, the Be Kind Award. The Be Kind Award is an opportunity for IVSA and also fundraising activities, generating money for the development fund. The Be Kind Award was a term competition until the Peru Congress, and we wanted to use this opportunity to build a stronger IVSA community by promoting kindness and compassion. I reworked this project this year, having more criteria to it, more ideas to it. However, unfortunately, we did not have participation in it, so there was no fundraising that took place through the Be Kind Award. The DAD social media campaign, pretty much self-explanatory. Lorena did this. She wanted to improve the DAD engagement across Instagram, across Facebook, and now our members portal. We had a lot of fun posts, fun stories, and all the graphics. We had them to engage our members more, so that we have more members following the social media and not just the old ones. Because we've noticed that whenever people start following IVSA pages, they generally follow the IVSA global page and the standing committee pages, but they do not follow the IVSA DAD page, and we've been trying to improve that for the past term. IVSA merchandise, which everyone is aware about for the people that wanted at the Congress. We had a lot of fun items at Bali. You can buy some of them here on a discount. And there were a lot of fun items here. You can still purchase them. And that's pretty much it. All the money raised from this merchandise goes back to the DF, and the DF uses that money to fund the projects mentioned before, like the fee fund, the scholarship, future travel grants, and if there are any other projects that we create, then those. Moving on, live and silent auctions. So the live and silent auctions, you've been hearing me talk about these for the past couple of days now. But these are our events that also help us raise money. We have a silent auction today. And this will sort of help serve as an explanation of what we'll be doing tonight as well. The items will be displayed on a very long table in the hall. And there'll be sheets of paper in front of them where you write down your bid on the item. And at the end of the time limit, whoever has it the highest bid gets that item. And the live auction is where we have bigger and more interesting items or special items that will fetch me more money for the DF. But yes, those will be auctioned in real time, where there will be an auctioneer standing in front of the delegates, and we'll be having people bid on them by raising their cards. And all the money raised by the auctions as well goes back into the DF and funds all our projects. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
Any questions? Seeing none. Thank you very much. And next on the agenda is Secretary General.
Hi. Okay, as usual, the presentation happens. First of all, we will start with some official recognition, and we have two on another organization director who has resigned on the 3rd of March, and Listen Oye, who was the SSA regional representative, has taken over as interim. And so I need to approve Listen Oye as member of organization director.
The motion on the floor is to approve Leslie as a member organization director. Is there any discussion? Any objection? The motion has passed and the are member organization.
Since this was the representative of Sahara Africa, someone has to take over as the chairman of the delegation, and we have Donald Ira Rubanda, and so I need to approve Donald Ira Rubanda as Sahara Africa regional representative.
Second.
Motion on the floor is to approve Donut
I cannot pronounce your name as Sub-Saharan Africa representative. Is there any discussion? Any objection? Seeing none, the motion has passed.
So the official designation, we had Nashi Gilbert, the chair of the Senate Committee on Finance, who has resigned on 23 February, and Daria Cornela Barza has taken over as interim. And so I need to approve Daria Cornela Barza as chair of the Senate Committee on Finance.
There's a motion on the floor to approve Daria Cornela Pasta as chair of the Senate Committee on Wellness. Is there any discussion regarding this? Any objection? Seeing none, the motion has passed.
And finally, Yunus Al-Sadina, the chair of the Equine Network, was terminated during the executive session on the 21st of May, and Hope Odlozi has taken over as interim. And so I need to approve Hope Odlozi as the chair of the Equine Network.
The motion on the floor is to approve Hope Odlozi as chair of the Equine Network. Any discussion regarding this? Yes. Sophia?
Sophia Torres, IVSA USA, bidding number 83. I'm confused since it's no longer a network.
You are confused, please?
It's since the Equine Network was dissolved.
Yes, but it's existing in a way that it was existed for the last term, and approving this motion would mean that we are accepting Hope as the chair for this term.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So any more discussion? Yes, John.
As I said, IVSA more committee number 71. I would like just to provide some clarification because
I cannot hear you, I'm sorry.
as I said, IVSA more committee number 71. I would like just to provide some clarification for the delegates that might be not really understanding what's happening. When we have officials that resign or that get terminated, we need to find an interim for them during the term. So they are chosen and they take the position, but the GA needs to approve them because the officials that were before them were approved by the GA, they were elected by the GA. So this is why we are moving to approve these people that were interims for the position in this GA.
Thank you, Hajar. I hope that clarified something. Any other discussion? Any objection? Seeing none, the motion has passed.
To end this, I would just like to thank my secretary, Amal from IVSA Denmark, and also Ari, the English checker, for helping me the CV. Thank you.
Moving on. The next topic on the GA agenda is member organization director, and since Leslie is not here, it will be presented by one of his secretaries.
Please, Mr. IVSA Expo, bidding number 37. Hello, everyone. As stated, I will give the presentation about MOD on behalf of listening. So, the MOD report. This is our team. So, first of all, our regional reps, we have Tanji for Asia, Stella for Europe, we have Nabil for MENA, Quinn for America, and Donald for Sub-Saharan Africa. And we have our wonderful secretaries, Amelie, Lynn, Ishan, and me. So, on behalf of Blessing, thanks to all of you for your help and your commitment to the MOD team. So, as stated, Blessing was MOD interim, so for the change of the MOD, and we also had a change of the SSA regional rep, since Blessing was regional rep before, and we also had the replacement of secretary going on during Bali. And we had several presidents in the host meeting. So the first one on Sunday, the 26th of May, 2024, virtual. The second one on Sunday, the 28th of July, just right before the Congress, virtual. And we have a third one here in Peru, physical form. About the members portal, there was some work done about influencing the payment of membership fees, and also about getting all members on members portal, since this is like what everybody you should do now, get a members portal, bring a members on members portal. And we were conducting tutorials for MOs on how to use members portal. And there were also meetings with the GULAB team to learn how to use the platform. For the Congress of Peru, there was a delegate screening done, and also there was a liaison between EXCO and OC. For the regions, there were several meetings with the regional reps and also the regional symposia. We had one live symposium for the Europe region and 4 online symposium, like one online symposium for each of the other regions. Let's talk about the opportunities for members and member organizations. There is the Excellence Award and the Top MO competition, which both will be presented during this Congress. And there is a Perina program planning for IVSA Indonesia, since we have like program of Indonesia. We had it for IVSA India this term as well, where there will be some kind of competition, and the winner will get a prize by Perina. There's also the project about recommendation letter guidelines for MOs. The purpose of this document is to provide MOs with guidelines on requesting a recommendation letter from IVSA, because we always receive lots of questions about that. And now that we have a guidelines document and a guideline request form. And we also work on the recruitment of new MOs. So we have IVSA Australia, IVSA Saudi Arabia, IVSA Kenya, and IVSA Zambia on their improvement facility later during the Congress. And that's it. Thank you for your attention.
Is there any questions? Yes, Laura.
Sorry, IVSA, USA, Lauren Winker, big number 8. So I just had a question, and it might not be the right time, so maybe you can tell me if it should be better asked at the president's and MOD meeting. But I was wondering that with this new implementation of the members portal, at the beginning we talked about making membership forms, like signing a membership form, like null and void, because once you join the members portal, you're considered an IVSA member, and it would streamline the process for future events, so we don't have to have someone sign, hundreds of forms every time there's an event. Is that something that's being worked on? Again, I know you're not the actual MOD, but I don't know if that was something you know about.
It is Mr. IVSA excellent number for the chat, 37. Just needed to quickly see if I got all the information on that. And yeah, so this has been worked on. However, not all members did join the members portal so far, but this will be this is progress, and also for the next events in Morocco and the SGA in summer 2025, this will be used. This is for members portal and not of the forms of recommendation, the membership declaration and so on.
Any other questions? This is a good reminder to not on members portal, join and encourage your members to join the members portal. Thank you for doing so. Next topic on the agenda is MENA Regional Representative, which is going to be presented by Susanna. Susanna Salvatore, this is ESCO, bidding number 90. This is the presentation of Nadine. Unfortunately, he is not present, so I'm going to deliver the presentation on his behalf. Sorry, some technical issues. Okay, so this is one of our MENA regional team. We have the regional rep Nabil and then several other team members. We want to thank them all for their great effort. And then regarding, keep in mind that you have to remember that the only team you didn't clap for was the Eagle team. So update, MENA has been doing collaborations with networks and companies, we'll see later. Some struggles that they face is definitely the lack of communication with some MO. It might be difficult for regional reps to reach out to their MO, even some of them, they don't have access to their emails, some others just are not responsive, so that's probably really big thing. They sent the certificate of MO board members for a cluster, which is something that usually newly elected regional reps do. And then probably they were able to recruit another IVSA MO, which is IVSA Saudi Arabia, as you have seen the presentation of the MD. And they're working on recruiting new MOs within MENA region. They had to select an IVSA MENA interim social media coordinator, Azmana Mohammed, and then an interim recruitment manager, Madina. So they welcomed two new members during the term. Let's now talk about their projects. For this term, MENA has had a symposium back in, which is the first one of the region. The theme of the symposium was the effects of climate change on animal health and explore adaptive strategies to tackle these conditions. They had 24 delegates from 5 different animals. Keep in mind that MENA is quite a small region, so they don't have those many animals. And here are some pictures and recap of the day. There was a president and speech, and then an IVSA presentation, the one you was delivered at the beginning of the symposium, at this congress, and then some lectures, wellness workshop, and then the closing ceremony, in which we can see Nabil happy. And then regarding social media, they update the highlights on their Instagram page, and they try to, let's say, find a MENA brand respecting some set of colors like a palette. And they try to engage more on Instagram stories, trying to, make clear, replying to people, be more active. They had a collaboration, as I mentioned before, with the Wild and Exotic Animal Network. And they made some, infographics regarding different animals, different species. But also with the pathology network regarding cat cameloids. Then they worked on the animal showcase project. So they launched this new project during this term, and they're still working on it. So that's something that they would like to keep for the next term. And also one of their future goals is something that we were not able to achieve during this term. That is the partnership with MEAPC, which is Middle East Africa Veterinary Congress. Sorry, applause. These are their social platforms. IVSA has a Facebook account, and that's QR code for the Instagram page. That's still IVSA MENA, so go and give them a follow. Thank you for your attention. Habibi! Anybody have any questions that Susanna could answer? Seeing none, thank you. Okay, next topic on the agenda is Europe Regional Representative Report, and that is going to be Sarah. Oh. Wow.
Lauren Winker, IVSA USA, bidding number 8. I would like to motion for a 5-minute bio break. Or people can go to the restroom. Make a break, sorry, break, recess, short recess for bathroom. PP camp.
Okay.
Parliamentary.
Yes, parliamentarian. Okay, Senator Labuderi, text to meeting number 90, you need to say, I move to go into a 5-minute break.
I move to go into a 5-minute break.
Is there any discussion on the topic? Yes, Senator.
That's up on IVSA Exco bidding number 27. I think this is the last presentation, so guard your bladder another 5 minutes. 2 presentations?
Yeah.
Like, this is the only one. Thank you.
Okay. Any objection? Yes, Senator.
That's up on IVSA Exco, I object.
Then we're going to press card rating vote. So if you are for going into a 5-minute break, green. If you're against it, red card. That's what we are voting for. If we might get to the last one, if you have only one presentation, then you're done. Friendly reminder to address the chair and not the GA, not the delegate personally, okay? So can we do a fast card rating vote, please? Show it. Not everybody should show it.
And raise them high. They're up.
Okay, 4 people is against, so we are not going into a break here. Thank you. So next is your original representative presentation, and that is Sarah Disney, IVSA Slovenia, bidding number 6. So this year I was part of the IVSA Europe team as a project manager. Stella was our Europe representative, and this is the rest of our team, because you see Greta here was our secretary, and the rest are unfortunately unable to be here. But I would like to thank all of them for their help and their work that we were able to do. These are the projects we have. So we had a few smaller projects and a few bigger ones. I'll start with the smaller ones. We had a winter postcard exchange. So this was an initiative to connect members of European MOs during the holiday season to send postcards to each other. It was quite successful. We had, I think, about 30 applicants that we connected. And we were hoping for a bit more sharing on social media of the postcards, but I guess the members were not really into that. But they still apparently received the postcards. We did a webinar on how to do an exchange, where we had a few speakers from European and like global MOs. That was also quite successful and hopefully informative for everyone. Then throughout the whole year, we had a translation project together with the CAVA, that's the Federation of European Veterinary Associations.
So they have a bunch of guidelines in English on various topics. For example, some are advised for pet owners, but there are also some intended for veterinary professionals. And we recruited members mostly from Europe, but also from other regions to translate these guidelines into more languages. It was quite successful. We managed to do a lot of them in Spanish, a lot of them in Arabic and Turkish, and then some other languages as well. The project is still open, so you can still apply to it. You can find the link on our social media, and I believe it will be continued through the next term, but I guess that's up to the next chair to decide as well. And then the biggest project I would say was the IVSA European Regional Symposium, which we had in Turkey, in Aydın. It was very successful. There were 70-ish participants from European remotes, and we had workshops organized by our wonderful communities and networks. And there were a lot of new connections made, hopefully, that will continue. Hopefully, new exchange partners were found and things like that. These are the opportunities that were available with the IVSA Europe partnerships. So the EAD visitation is still an open call. So EAD is a body in Europe that accredits universities so they have like a standard of education that is equal throughout Europe, and then you can, if, for example, my university in Slovenia is accredited, so I can go work in any other European country, and my degree is valid there. So that's the point of it, and in their decision-making body, I guess, is also a student visitor who gives valuable input during the evaluations. So the next thing was with the Federation of Veterinarians of Europe. It's a call. It was an internship call. I was not heavily involved in this, so I don't know the results of it. And then there was also the collaboration with FIBA and IVSA with the Standing Committee on One Health and Equine Network for some working groups on the following topics. And we had the FECAVA IVSA Student Travel Scholarship. This is a scholarship that allows people to travel to the Euro Congress in Athens. That's happening in September. 10 applicants were chosen. These are the winners. Give them a round of applause. They worked hard. So they get free student registration, tickets for all social events, and up to 350 euros covered for travel and accommodation expenses. These are some pictures from the regional symposiums. There were, like I said, workshops, cultural activities, and these are sponsored Korean and Europe. We signed a new MOU, as Susanna has explained. And this is it. Thank you very much. Also, if you have any questions about being in a regional team, please come up to me or anyone else that was on the regional team. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Dara? Thank you very much, Dara. Chair will now entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting until 4:28.
Florian Chile, IVSA Germany, meeting number 60. I so move.
Any discussion? Any objections? Meeting is adjourned. Okay, few announcements. First announcement, just to remind you all to fill in the form for the President's and EO's MLC meeting. Second announcement by election committee is from nominators to check with the people that nominated if
they all got an email with the forms, because apparently there was some problems with the email. Then we had, okay, today there will be no sale of merch, if I'm not wrong. And the silent auction is going to, take place today, so only silent auction. Please bring a pen and pencil when you're coming for the silent auction. We will ask the election committee to send the current list of nominees in the chat, so you're aware of that. I would like to remind you about the compliment bags that are at the end of this room. And the last thing is, very seriously, please, when we are going out, check wearing your glass at all times. Apparently there were some cases of people getting robbed by random strangers, so please keep that in mind and ask your friends to look at your glass and take care of yourself. Thank you.